Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Today we're going to go ahead and touch on a fragrance that was released in the year of 2016. It's from the house of Paco Rabanne. We're talking about 1 million Privé. Now this is the box and the presentation. This is actually the 50 milliliter. It's available in two main sizes, a 50 milliliter and a 100 milliliter. I opted for the smaller size just because of my experience with the past 1 million, which was a very heavy fragrance, and so I figured this one might be along the same lines. I don't need as much of the juice. Anyways, this is the bottle way. I like this better than the original one. I've never kind of gotten along with the gold bar kind of theme to it, and I still don't, but I really do like the way that the color goes off of this. They went with a dark brown and a, that same gold colorway that goes along with it. So it looks a little better than the original bottles, but yeah, that's the presentation, and this is a 50 milliliter. Now this fragrance is available for purchase at the site of Notino. Just look down below and you'll see a link that you can actually get a great price on it. So check out down below the site of Notino and you'll see this fragrance for sale. Now without any further ado, let's go ahead and just dive into the notes of this fragrance. Notes of this fragrance are listed on screen. When I smelled this, my first impression was really to think that this is definitely a flanker of 1 million, but it feels a little bit more sophisticated, and that opinion for me has not changed. I actually like this right off the bat better than I like 1 million. That bubblegummy note that you get from 1 million really kind of changes in this, and it feels a little softer. It comes across as this tonka sweet. At the same time, when you first spray it on, you kind of get this dried fruits kind of vibe from it. You get dried fruits and you get a little bit of a bubblegummy type of a vibe to it, but it's kind of toned down. It's not as heavy as it was in the original. A little bit of spices that come in it, and as the fragrance develops, you start to get a little bit more of a tobacco kind of feel to it. You start to get a little bit of a fruity scent that kind of comes in, but tobacco, tonka really comes up, and it's like a sweet fragrance at the same time, a little bit more mature. This is the more mature version of the 1 million fragrance, and for that alone, I actually, again, like this better than the original 1 million. So a fantastic job with the flanker. I think this is one of the better flankers that come out as compared to the original one of the fragrance that it's actually coming across. Now, I have seen this fragrance compared to two of the other fragrances that I really love. One is Ambre Narguilé from the house of Hermès, and the other one is Ojan from the house of Parfums de Marly. And I can kind of see where they're saying where it smells like it. To me, it goes in a little bit of a different direction, but I can definitely see where the comparisons are coming from. At the end of the day, I really do like this fragrance. It's the older, more mature 1 million, and if you're, I would say, like if you're a teenager, you could graduate into this scent, if you will, as you're finished with the 1 million and you want something a little bit more mature for you, something that maybe you can wear to work, go ahead and pick up 1 million Privé. Now, spray-wise, I go 2-3 sprays anymore, and you might be a little bit too heavy, but on your skin, it sits a little bit easier. So it's just a little bit more mellow, and it's something that you can wear into work for that. I would be a little bit lighter on the sprays. I'd probably go stick to 2, maybe 1 spray, and you can wear it into work. It's something that I think is a good fragrance for almost any season except for the summer season. When it gets really hot, that's when I would kind of shy away from having this fragrance. But when it's cooler nights, when you're thinking, it's the fall, it's the winter, or, cooler spring nights or spring days, if you will, this is a fragrance that I would turn to. It's easily a fragrance that I would turn to for those scenarios. This is a great fragrance for almost any age group. Like I said, it's a good transition fragrance for those of you just kind of in the workforce, or if you're looking for something like that, good fragrance for that. Also a good date fragrance. The performance on this fragrance is really good. I'm getting anywhere between 8 and 12 hours on this fragrance, and at the same time, I'm getting a good amount of projection on this fragrance. Now, I have noticed with the longevity that 8 to 12 hours is kind of the standard of where it was. I have gotten more than that when I've sprayed more on. So this is one that you can control kind of how long it is based on, how intense that you're spraying it on your skin. So keep that in mind with this fragrance. And compliments, this in my opinion is a better compliment getter than the original 1 million. The original 1 million is certainly louder, but it's less mature, less refined. This one does a much better job of being a better composed fragrance, and at the same time getting better compliments for it. So I would turn to 1 million Privé for compliments over the original 1 million, if you will. So if I'm going to go ahead and give this scent a rating, I give this scent a rating 4 out of 5 stars. I think this is a solid fragrance. I love the smell of this scent. At the end of the day, I don't regret actually getting this scent. I was kind of iffy just because, you know, Paco Rabanne, loud, usually doesn't fit my style, but this one more fits my style and is a welcome addition to my collection. Now, I am glad that I purchased a 50 milliliter or the 100 milliliter. 100 milliliter still a little bit too much for me. I've got so many fragrances kind of lying around there, but you know, that's just me. Look for this fragrance if you're looking for an alternative to 1 million. If you like the smell of 1 million, but even if you have kind of some reservations, you think maybe it's a little bit too strong, you want something a little bit more mature, go ahead and look at this scent. This scent will probably fit your needs on that. If you're a lover of Ambre Narguilé or Eau Jaune for that matter, but you don't want to spend as much, you're going to get a similar smelling scent in this scent for a better price. Again, check out the site of Notino. If you look down below, you'll see a link, or you can go ahead and purchase it for a great price. So check out the site if you're interested in this fragrance. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance. Leave a note down below and do what you got to do. All right, thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.